People of God, you have to embrace those who deposit something in you while they're still alive.
Amen.
Because the ones that no longer here, because they have given you something, you're going to always want them back. But they place themselves inside of you. Now you have to reciprocate that to your children and let them know that they are still you. People of God, this is Mother's Day. And this is a great Sunday morning. This is a moment that we come together and we acknowledge Mother's Day. You can't forget Mother's Day. You ride up the street, there's balloons everywhere, there's flowers everywhere. The world appreciates you for the things you do. You have a mind, amen, that is relentless to give up on your child. You have a desire to see your children follow through the teachings and the things that you have placed inside of them. I want to encourage the mothers on today that no matter where your children are, realize that they were given to you just like Jesus was given to Mary, to give you a child to take him back. Let me share something with you. Mary had an opportunity, amen, to be impregnated by the Holy Spirit to have Jesus. At the risk of it all, amen, she begins to have to leave her current situation of comfortability to be this mother for her child. Now she has this child, now she has to be the caretaker of this child, and in the midst of it, you got people talking about her and him because she was known as the carpenter's wife and he was known as the carpenter's son, and so now she has to protect him from their hearsay and the people who want to put him in certain kind of place where she kind of remember what took place over in 1 Samuel about the prophecy about the coming Messiah. She has to endure all of this of what she knows about the coming of Jesus by her being the mother, and now she has to endure her going through to protect her son because of how people try to label him. And then she has to get to a point where now he's as a mature state where he has to let go of the mother and go about his business. And now she has to watch him no longer having the authority over him. And she has to see what he goes through a whole bunch of people who he's dying for who don't like him.
Come on.
And then she has to watch him as he's going through that whole process. She has to watch him being sacrificed, crucified, and at the same time don't have much to say to the people, but have a whole lot to say to God. At the same time, when that takes place, she has to see her son die. She has to go and then find him and then realize to come to understand that this was the plan all the time. Now, as she's enduring seeing all this, she can't say much to him or to the people.
That's right.
But she got one heck of a voice to God.
Amen.
To give her that peace through it all. What are you saying, preacher? I'm saying that she as a parent had to watch her son experience a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
But she never lost her joy. She never lost her peace. She never tried to stop the assignment that God has on her life, nor his life. She allowed the process to move forward, but she had a prayer life.
That's right.
Amen.
She had a prayer life. So here's the key. Then I'm gone. Here's the key. The key is that as I acknowledge what my child is going through, I have to learn how to watch and pray.
Amen.
And in the midst of watching and praying, I have to follow along with them to make sure that they're okay. But at the same time, I have to pray harder. I have to pray longer.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I have to seek God for a change for them, that understanding that these are not my children. I'm the caretaker to make sure that they're okay.
That's good.
When we learn how to let go, that's how we're able to hold on.
Amen.
When I begin to learn how to let go, then I will learn how to hold on. I told my grandmother, I asked my grandmother, I said, listen, how in the world you got 8 sons and everybody seems like they're losing their mind and you ain't lost yours? We have these kind of conversations because I didn't understand it.
That's right.
Because I would have given up. But the longing for a mother, she believed God until God came and got her up out of here.
Amen.
And she did not change, nor did she deviate what she believed. To the point that it didn't hit those, but it hit me. Now guess what I'm doing? I'm picking up the mantle that she passed to me, and now I'm able to pray for my family. Now I'm able to pray and secure that they have a word. What are you saying, preacher? If you listen and don't quit, somebody is getting what you're saying. You think because they're acting up, you think because they're out there doing their own thing. I promise you, when the rubber hit the road, they're going to have a Damascus experience. They're going to wake up and they're going to realize everything that you have said, but you're going to have to continue on praying. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's not what it's about to become. God is doing something, but he's doing it little by little. He ain't doing it your way. He's doing it his way. But because you have become faithful, because you continue on praying for him, because the love that you have for him is strong, you're going to have to learn how to let him go, but let God hold on to him. I promise you, I am a living testimony that if you keep on praying, you better hear me when I tell you, if you keep on praying, you keep on trusting God, you better believe he's going to bring that thing around. He's going to bring it around. He don't have no other choice. He has to move upon your faith.
That's right.
I thank God for a change. I thank God for a risk of it all. I thank God that I learned how to let go of my children and to put them into the hands of God and just let God take them at the risk of it all. Because when I see them about to fall, the first thing you want to do is grab them, but at the risk of them all, you're going to have to let them go. At the risk of it all, you're going to have to let God deal with it. At the risk of it all.
That's right.
It's tight, but it's right.
That's right.
We don't understand that kind of love. But that's the kind of love that works. Because what greater love than the love of God to place your loved one in his hand. Now listen, this can't be none of those things where you giving them to him and you're taking them back.
That's right.
Because you know how we do. We have a good service on Sunday, we feeling good, and now we say, Lord, they yours. And as soon as that phone call rang, oh, and then, we take it right back. No. Let God. I'm done. Let God deal with him.
Yes.
And I don't know who I'm talking to on this morning. But maybe as a mother, you may feel as though that you're not appreciated. You may feel as though that you're on this roller coaster up and down, up and down, up and down because of the things that your children bring you through. You may feel as though the things that you're saying is just running off their back like the water does on the duck. You may think that the teachings that you have given them has fallen on no good ground. You may be thinking, amen, that the life that you live must have been invisible because it seemed like your children haven't seen anything. But I come to let you know on this morning, amen, that the devil is a liar. Continue on pushing, continue on fighting, continue on pressing your way, trust God. Don't let the current situation that's before your eyes cause you to think that this is the ending path for your child.
Amen.
You may see one thing, but God is turning things around another way. And if you have a child that is causing you to have sleepless nights and causing you to be frustrated, then don't worry about it. God said he won't put nothing on you more than you can bear. You the right parent. You the right one for the job. But you got to use the tools that's going to work. It's the prayer life that changes things. Now I know what they say. It seems like when you start praying, everything just starts happening. But everything has to happen if you're really praying. Because the enemy don't want you to cover your children.
That's right.
And so as soon as you start praying, if everything started happening, your prayer must have got somewhere.
That's right. That's right.
He must have heard you and began to start dispatching angels out in your behalf. And the enemy has seen what was taking place and he tried to prevent it.
That's right.
You got to jump head start on him. And so mothers, I salute you for the pain that you have to go through, because I know that some in here are single mothers. Some may have sons and some may have daughters, and some is trying to raise them up the best way they know how. And do all that they can and know how to do. And it seems rough and it seems tough. But God hasn't forgotten about you. He understands the strength that's lied down on the inside of you. Something that won't quit when the storm begins to blow. Something that's going to continue on pressing and pushing and never throwing in the towel. He knows that you have a giant inside of you. It's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to think that things is not working out on your behalf. Those things are fine. We see those things happen, but just trust and believe that God is working it out for your good.
Thank you, Lord.
You can't provide your children all the things that you want them to have, but they have everything they need. They may put pressure on your mom. I want this and that. I want that, but that's okay if you can't provide it right now. Keep on doing what you're doing. Sometimes we give our kids too much and now we've set our own trap. But the problem is that learn how to give and take back. It's okay, they're your children, it's your money, you work for it. God is trying to reach us to a mature level where we understand that it's okay. Because no matter what we do in failing our children, He's going to make sure that He lead them in the right path. You don't have to worry about it. I would have never imagined, I've never desired to be a preacher. I didn't. I didn't see this nowhere in my future. Nowhere. I just knew I wanted to be saved because I didn't want to miss heaven. But there was one strong woman who refused to stop talking.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And obviously I refused to stop listening. To the point that at some point I came to a place in my life where I said it is time for me to start acting upon the things I've heard. That's the only reason why I'm here. And if I was to tell you some of the things I've been through, you'd say, nope, not him. They probably would have picked my other brothers or somebody like that. But God has a sense of humor. He has a sense of humor, people. But now I find myself doing the same thing I seen my grandmother do. I'm praying harder. I'm fasting longer. I'm trusting harder. Believing God for more, even when I don't understand it. These are the things that I seen possible in her life that gave me the understanding that it can happen in my life. I was telling the preacher, I said, man, if my grandmother wasn't saved, we would have a whole family that wouldn't know nothing about Jesus. And we wasn't hanging around no church folks, so we still wouldn't have been knowing nothing about no Jesus. But one person can change everything. So you keep on praying, mothers. You keep on praying. You keep on trusting God. Believe God at His word. Knowing that it's working out for your good. There was nothing in return that I can give her for what she's given me. Now I have peace, something that I didn't understand. Now I have joy, something that I would never communicate to you if you was to ask me. Now I can. I don't have to look over my back no more. Only because somebody refused to stop praying. They didn't allow what was taking place to feel as though that God wasn't able. Because I know that I wasn't showing a change in my life through the prayer life. But what she was doing, she was putting up a layaway praise to be able to rejoice right now. And now, at one point, I had family members wondering how long I was going to be saved because I got saved so many times. I got saved, I passed, I got saved, I passed. And they kept saying, how long are you going to be saved? And now I've been saved for so long until now I got uncles who call me, man, pray for me. You're not hearing me.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I got family who call on me and say, pray for me. I got friends. Now, listen, you can't fool your friends. They know if you playing or not. I got friends now who say, listen, man, pray for me.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
One woman. My father wasn't around.
That's right.
Nowhere to be seen. Stayed in the same community, but never had any dealings with me. But it was one woman who chose to pray harder.
That's right.
Who took her own quality time out to say, listen, I'll pray for this young man. Seeing something great in me besides what I was showing her. Keep on praying for your children.
That's right.
Parent, children, if you're here on this morning, learn how to respect your parents. You don't know what they're going through to see you through. Yeah, I know you want to be on your own and can't nobody tell you nothing. I thought the same thing. But when them boys start locking me up and they start telling me I better eat at 5:30, I won't eat again, I started learning how to listen to somebody. I would rather have to listen to my parents than to have to listen to the CEO who will bust you across your head if you talk back to them like you would talk back to your parents.
That's right.
I thought nobody could tell me what to do until I got to a place where I had no other choice but to listen. You're going to have to listen to somebody. Why not listen to your parents? They love you. They care at you. They provide for you. Even when they didn't have it, they still gave it.
That's right.
That's some love.
Yes, it is.
That's some love. So women, happy Mother's Day. I thank God for your strength. Especially single mothers. My heart go out so much for you. Because I know the struggle can get real. I know the struggle can get real. But don't you rush for no man real quick. Take your time. Take your time. But trust God. We're standing all over the building.